Yo, yo! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Alex, also known as Knuckles MMA, here on YouTube, man. I'm happy to be back. Happy to be talking to y'all about this Saturday's card, UFC Perth. JDM versus Carlos Prates. I'm giving you guys my predictions. Man, I'm really excited for this card, dude. I can't wait. It's at like 4 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning for the early prelims, then 7 o'clock in the morning for the main card. But dude, I'm gonna be up. I'm gonna be up, and because I'm gonna be up and giving you guys the best content, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Fair trade-off. Is that just me? No. Come on, man. Like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Share me out there. Get me to your friends. Get me to your mother. Get me to your grandfather. Whatever. I don't care. You know what I mean? Do your boy a solid. I appreciate y'all so much. You guys already know the deal. I'm going to be sharing this screen. We're going to start from the bottom of these prelims all the way to that amazing main event, man. Let's hop straight into it, dude. Starting off this card, we have Dalmar Fan versus Cody Steely in the lightweight division. This is a really good fight to start off the these prelims, man. And honestly, Dalmar Fan looks really he looked pretty good in his last fight. So did Cody Steely. And Cody Steely, I think, is going to win this fight. And the reason I say that is because Cody Steely mixes up his grappling a lot better than Domar Fan does. Domar Fan is a little bit better when it comes to his striking and being on the feet. I think he's a little bit more dangerous. But Cody Steely, he can withstand those shots. I think that he's just going to he's going to get in Domar Fan's face with this reach disadvantage. And I think that he's just going to bully Domar Fan. And I think Cody Steely is going to win by unanimous decision, man. Going into this second fight here, we have Jonathan Mikhailov versus Themba Garimbo. Jonathan Mikhailov is coming off an astounding finish of Oban Elliott in his last fight, and Themba Garimbo got finished in his last fight from via Vicente Luque by Darce choke. Listen, plain, simple, short, sweet, just like that. Jonathan Mikhailov by finish. I can see Themba Garimbo getting hurt on the feet by Jonathan Mikhailov because he has such a better striking game than Themba Garimbo. I think Jonathan Mikhailov is just going to put a 1-2 right down the middle, or possibly a 3-2 or something like that, or a 2-3, and he's just going to let Themba Garimbo have it. If you're Jonathan Mikhailov, you need to finish Themba Garimbo because it's there for the taking. And yeah, man, Jonathan Mikhailov, I think, is most likely going to TKO Themba Garimbo either in the late first, early second round, or I could see Themba Garimbo getting hurt on the feet, throwing up like some sort of sloppy takedown, or him and Mikhailov are grappling on the ground, and then he goes for a scramble, and Jonathan Mikhailov finds his way onto his back and then submits him with a rear naked choke. Or, if he's shooting a sloppy takedown, then Jonathan Mikhailov, just puts him in a guillotine. And that's going to be it. So I have Jonathan Mikhailov by finish. On to this middleweight fight, we have Ben Johnson versus Wes Schultz. I don't really know too much about this fight. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. What I'm hearing about Ben Johnson, he's looked pretty good. On the regional scene and everything, and he doesn't even have a picture at all. I need to do some research on him, but I give it to Ben Johnson by unanimous decision. It is Wes Schultz at the end of the day. Wes Schultz is not good. All right, on to this bantamweight fight. We have Kobe Thickness versus Vince Morales. Man, this is a pretty good fight. This is a really good fight. Kobe Thickness, he is what he's like a really big what if because he is constantly hurt. He's constantly getting injured and things like that. And honestly, he was originally supposed to fight Peyton Talbot instead of Houndy Barcelos. I think Cody Thickness would have did the same thing to Peyton Talbot, if not worse, that Houndy Barcelos did to Peyton Talbot. Man, it's just crazy. It's crazy to think about. I hold Kobe Thickness in high hopes. He's a really good fighter. Um, I really think that he's like top 10 material, dude. I think that he can really make it far in his bantamweight division. And he's fighting Vince Morales, which is a good test. He's a veteran in the game, you know. But I still give it to Kobe Thickness. I give it to him by unanimous decision, possibly a split decision also. Cody Thickness likes to start very, very slow in the first like half of the fight, and then he starts picking it up. Um, but I think Kobe Thickness should go into this fight, keeping his chin tucked and just going forward. I think that he should put the pressure on Vince Morales. I think that he should, challenge Vince Morales. And I think that he should, grapple him on the fence, get him in those dirty clinch, dirty box, things like make it a dirty fight against Vince Morales. And, again, I'm just going to give it to Kobe Thickness by unanimous decision, possible split decision as well. On to this other middleweight fight, we have Jacob Malkoun versus GM3 Gerald Meerschaert. Again, this is another simple, plain, easy. I give it to Jacob Malkoun by I give it to him by unanimous decision because his last fight against Torres Finney, he showed that he can get caught. I'm gonna be honest with you. Torres Finney, even though he was beating the brakes off of Torres Finney, there was a lot of things that he was doing, like rushing it with his head down and things like that. It's little mistakes like that that if you fight the right person at the right time, they can catch you. I'm not saying GM3 is gonna do that because GM3 like he doesn't have striking whatsoever. He could submit you, he can take you down. I think Jacob Malkoun, if he doesn't get taken down or he doesn't, do anything dumb against Gerald Meerschaert for him to get caught, I think he wins this fight. So yeah, man. I give it to Jacob Malkoun by unanimous decision if he does not get taken down. If not, he'll probably get submitted, but I don't really see that happening. I think that he's gonna put the pause on Gerald Meerschaert, and then he's gonna go to unanimous decision. All right, all right. We're moving on to this light heavyweight division. We have Junior Tafa versus Kevin Christian. Um, I really don't care about this fight, to be honest with you. It was Junior Tafa. Junior Tafa, I don't know how you still in the UFC, dude. Legitimate. Like I genuinely do not know how Justin Tafa is still in the UFC. I don't even know who to pick. I honestly I don't even know who to pick. I don't know. I'll just throw it to Junior Tafa because he's got the home court advantage. And Kevin, I don't even know anything about this dude, Kevin Christian. He got submitted by Billy Elicana last time. I Yeah, you know what? Sure, I'll give it to Junior Tafa. I give it to Junior Tafa probably by like TKO or something. I don't know. On to our main event, we have Cam Rauschen versus Robert Brzect. I believe that's how you say his last name. Um, this is a good fight as well. This is an easy fight for Cam Rauschen. Cam Rauschen, this is exactly what you need to do in this fight. Clinch up Robert, clinch him, right? Clinch him up, when he gets close to you. Um, don't be afraid to shoot takedowns against Robert either. And piece him up. You've got the reach advantage. I think that 1-2 right down the middle. And what Robert likes to do is he likes to come forward a lot. I think that if Cam Ralston steps back and he just lays down a nice little cross right down the pipe, he's gonna catch Robert. And I think he's gonna get him out of there. So I give it to Cam Ralston by TKO in the second round. So for these prelims, I have Cam Ralston, Junior Tafa, Jacob Malkoun, Kobe Thickness, Ben Johnson, Cody Steely, and Jonathan McCalef, man. Moving into this absolute banger of a main card, we have Tai Tuivasa versus Louis Sutherland. Louis Sutherland is stepping in on only a few I want to say what is about a week notice. Because Sean pulled out with a broken nose. And yeah, now Tai Tuivasa is gonna be fighting Louis Sutherland. This is such a like the fact that I'm even saying this is dumb, but I'm gonna give it to Tai Tuivasa. I think Tai Tuivasa is gonna break that losing streak that he's been on. Louis Sutherland has looked very bad in his last few performances. He's been beat up. So, man, I'm praying that Tuivasa wins, dude. Just for my mental health. Just for my mental. I really like Tai Tuivasa, and it sucks to see him jiggling at range and getting beat up and getting pieced and submitted and finished. And I just don't want to see it no more. Give me Tai Tuivasa. We're on your side, Tuivasa. You got this, dude. Please. I give it to Tai Tuivasa by, you know what? I'll be bold. TKO in the second round. Our next fight, a heavyweight fight. We have the up and coming Brando Peritich versus Shamil Gaziev. Interesting fight here. This is a very interesting fight. Why do I say it's a very interesting fight? Because both of these guys are really good on the feet. Um Shamil Gaziev, he leaves a lot of openings. That's the only thing. He leaves a lot of openings for himself. Um, but he's got power in his hands too, man. So like I don't man. This is a tough decision because I like Shamil Gaziev, but I also like Brando Peritich. And seeing the way they both fight, the stylistically, dude, they're both like this fight's gonna end in a finish. This fight has to end in a finish. Um, I'm gonna go Brando Peritich. I'm gonna go Brando Peritich. I think Brando Peritich is gonna finish Shamil Gaziev in the mid second round, possibly early third round. I think Brando Peritich, if he can survive the first round and lay it, not lay like allow Shamil to come to you and then counter and kind of just do the little things that's gonna tire him out, and then that second, third round, take him down. Wrestle him, mess around with him, hit him in that body, knee him in the body. The knees, the teeps, the kicks to the body is gonna be a really big help when it comes to this fight. And man, oh man, Brando Peritich can do that. So I think Brando Peritich is going to finish Shamil Gaziev, go into this top 15, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with in this heavyweight division going into the top 10, man. On to our next fight. We have Marwin Rahiki versus Ali Schmidt. This fight actually got added because Rahiki's opponent pulled out. But I'm still gonna give it to Rahiki. Rahiki looked really good against oh my goodness, what is his name? What is his name? Hardwick. Harry Hardwick. Is it right? Is it yeah, Harry Hardwick. He looked really good against Harry Hardwick. Man, he broke that boy's jaw really bad. He made him look dumb in that fight. Um I think Marwin's gonna go into this fight. He's probably gonna win by unanimous decision, possibly a finish, but I give it to unanimous decision to him. I give him in a time out. I give Marwan Riki the benefit of the doubt. I give it to him by unanimous decision. There we go. Now I finally think and speak. I give it to him by unanimous decision because it's just short notice and things like that. Mauro Nahiki is a force to be reckoned with in this featherweight division. Honestly, if he wins this fight, I want to see him fight Sadiq Yusuf or somebody just a little bit out of the rankings, but still good enough to where if you beat him, that's a name on your record, and that's a really good name for your resume as well. So let's see what he does. But I do give it to Marwin Rahiki by unanimous decision, my boys. On to the featured fight of this amazing card in the flyweight division. We have Mr. Tim Elliott versus Steve Urseg, man. this is, as much as I want to say, oh, this is going to be a very easy win for Steve Erceg, it's not. It's not. It's not. Steve Erceg needs to fight Tim Elliott the same way he did Alessandro Pantoja. What do I mean by that? Tim Elliott is going to come into this fight wanting to, pick at you, try and pick at range, be just be like a force at certain times, rush you, bum rush you, things like that. And I think Steve Erceg's takedown defense is going to be a big thing in this fight. I think that, his you gotta throw combinations against Tim Elliott. You can't just throw like two strikes and then back off. You have to put a little bit of hurt on Tim Elliott because Tim Elliott's very durable. He's not easy to just be getting out of there either. Um, but yeah, I still give it to Steve Erceg. I'm gonna give it to Steve Erceg. It's not gonna be easy whatsoever, but I give it to Steve Erceg. I think Steve Erceg needs to be very careful. Not getting taken down. Use that takedown defense. Be very cautious. Um, and just put the pause on Tim Elliott, man. Tag him up the first like half of the fight, and then just put it on him over time, man. And that's exactly what you have to do against somebody like Tim Elliott. So I give it to Steve Erceg by unanimous decision. I give it a 30-27, maybe 29-28. Steve Erceg. On to our co-main event. We have Benil Dariush versus Quillen, the Minority Killer Salkil. Um, this is a really good fight, man. This is a really good fight. This is gonna go two ways. Either Benil Dariush gets absolutely put out bad, or Benil Dariush is going to just lock in all of a sudden because that's just what Benil Dariush does. And he's gonna craft he's just gonna craft his way to unanimous decision. That's the only way I see this fight going. Um, I, it's so crazy. It's so crazy, dude. Benil Dariush is he's such a weird. He's such a weird fighter, dude. He's such a weird fighter. I really I don't know because even though Quillen Southfield is man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I want to give it to Quillen Southfield, but like Quillen Southfield has not been put up against a grappler like Benil Dariush. He hasn't been put up against a crafty vet like Benil Dariush either. Um, but it is Benil Dariush. It is Benil that like I don't know. That's the thing. I just don't know because Benil Dariush he'll go from getting knocked out 4 times or like 3 times and then just come back and craft his way to like a 2 or 3 fight winning streak. Like that's just how Benil Dariush is. Like I don't understand it. I'm gonna give it to Quillen Southfield. I'm gonna give it to Quillen Southfield. I think Quillen Southfield, if if he doesn't get taken down, if he's not being clinched up against the cage the entire time, I think that he's gonna put the pause on Benil Dariush, and I think that body kick is gonna be a really big, setting. I think he's gonna set Benil Dariush up really good in this fight. Those leg kicks, those teeps, throw things lateral, like throw things in the middle, but also throw things laterally as well. Even if it's just striking, you want to go inside outside with Benil Dariush because what Benil Dariush is gonna want to do is go for like he just kind of goes forward a lot. Um, yeah, man, just set him up. Benil Dariush is he's unorthodox. He fights unorthodox. He's a southpaw. Krillin Southfield looks really good against southpaws. Being an orthodox fighter and that just lead body kick I think is really gonna do good for him. The leg kicks and the teeps up the middle again, and just things like that. And I think that he's just gonna set up like a head kick, or he's gonna bomb Benil Dariush with like a 1-2 right down the middle, or catch him coming in, and then he's gonna finish Benil Dariush. So I give Quillen Salkiel, I give the benefit of the doubt very lightly to Quillen Salkiel by finish in the first round. On to our main event here. We have Jack Della Maddalena versus Carlos Prates. Yo, now listen, this is another fight. It's another fight that I'm very scared of. It's another fight, dude. Ah, I'm as a Jack Della Maddalena fan, I'm scared for Jack in this fight. Even though Jack is really good with exchanging in the pocket, and I think that he should use his grappling advantage to his advantage. Like he should use his grappling as an advantage in this fight. But just those standing exchanges, like he needs to make it dirty, and he needs to constantly be in Protest's face. Because if you allow Protest to pick the range, yo, he's gonna knock you out, bro. Like simple and easy as that. Like if you allow Protest to find that rhythm as a Muay Thai fighter, and you allow him to clinch you up, and you allow him to pick you apart, you know, with his reach advantage, this dude has a what? 5-inch reach advantage on you. You know what? Like, and I'm not even gonna discredit Jack Della Maddalena, because Jack is not a Leon Edwards. He's not, he's not Charles Radke. He's not Neil Magny. He's not Jeff. Like he's not any of these older dudes. He's not. He can't get caught the way he does. He's too defensively sound. But you gotta watch out for Protest, dude. You really, really do, man. And I'm scared. I'm scared for Jack Della Maddalena. I really am. Um, I don't know. I'm having a vision in my head of just Protest catching Jack and finishing him. I really do, and it's not even just because of. I mean, honestly, no. A little bit is because of like, he's on what? He's on a knockout streak right now. He's on like a 4-fight knockout streak right now. Like he's finishing a lot of these dudes. Um, but yo, man, I don't know, bro. Jack is very defensively sound. See, that's the thing. He's very defensively sound, and he picks his shots correctly. But all Protest needs is just one good shot, and yo, you're like you're stunned, dude. Like you're gonna get hurt, man. Yo, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry, Jack, but I'm gonna give it to Protest. I'm gonna give it to Protest. I think Protest is gonna finish Jack Della Maddalena in the third round. Um, you know what? No, that's the fear coming out of me. No, no. I give it. No, I'm gonna switch my answer. I give it to JDM. I'm gonna give it to JDM by unanimous decision, because Jack Della Maddalena has gone those championship rounds. I think that he's gonna withstand the storm in the first 2 rounds, and he's gonna figure Protest out, and he's gonna lay a beating on Carlos Protest, and he's gonna take him down, and he's gonna bully him on the ground as well, and he's gonna show him that there's levels to this. But I could also see Carlos Protest finishing Jack Della Maddalena as well. I'm gonna keep my answer for now. I give it to Jack Della Maddalena by unanimous decision. So for this main card, I have Jack Della Maddalena, Quillen Salkield, Steve Urseg, Marwan Rahiki, Brando Peritich, and Tai Tuivasa, my boys. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. chilling with me, man. I thank you guys again. I can't stop thanking you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this. Let me know what you guys think about this main event. Let me know what you guys think about any of the fights on here. I thank you guys so much. And with that, I'm out of here, man. Peace.